here I am, out on the streets with my head in my hands. I've got no plan, only to see you again. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I like being kicked on the ground. I'm not that strong, but then I come to my senses. Yeah, I'm coming. You can feel my power, and I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel don't be afraid. Don't do that man with the scar on his face. It's a charade. It's just the way you've been living. Yeah! I'm coming. You can feel my power. And I feel what is real when she feels it. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel
Hi everyone, Dan here, and I just wanted to put a little snippet about AstroWorld and what we do because I want to start getting the word out because I think it's becoming more and more of a giant community, and I want to get the word out to some other people. So what we do at AstroWorld is We hold astrophotography chats on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we just talk astrophotography. Wednesday's more of a techie kind of advanced intermediate, and Fridays is more of a newbie kind of thing. So if you want to check us out, and if you want to, hang out with some semi-decent people that like to go off the rails a little bit and have fun while they're doing it, come check us out at AstroWorldWeb.com. And you can check out the schedule, and you can sign up for all the free giveaways that we do. We just gave away an Eagle 4 Pro, an Optilong filter kit, Charles Brackenstein's books, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So come to AstroWorldWeb.com, hang out with us, have a good time, and as always, remember to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Where did my color go? Got your head in the sand. You can't be in control, using a powerful hand. I wanna be you, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. All right. Cat learns to ring a bell. Rat gets free from the maze. We can be taught to love. We've got to learn a new way. I wanna see you, I wanna be you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. I wanna be, I wanna see, don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. Push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Yeah, black and white and blue. You're going black and white on the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. on my telescope now. Get what's wrong with this thing.
The lost Lone Ranger, can I break this spell? Who wants things right? Who are they to do things wrong? If I want to stand my line, who I will always take the fall. If I just do left, watch it leave from the right. I sleep all day long, and I'm breathing through the night. I've seen a lot of bankers, and I've seen a lot of cops. I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I've felt a lot of women who refuse to understand. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take you for your money and whatever else bring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. Making such a fuss, and I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Guitar Players Planet.
Are you ready for the next solar eclipse? October, annular eclipse. Oh. Don't let your glasses fall off when there's a solar eclipse. You might hurt yourself. Let's try that again. Are you ready for the next solar eclipse? Are you ready for it? October 14th this year is an annular eclipse, followed by April, another total solar eclipse, and you can get your own branded AstroWorld telescope solar glasses made by American Paper Optics today on the website, astroworldtelescopes.com, or give me a call, 516-273-3771, and we can get you a set of 4 of these for for $9.99. Come on down again, AstroWorldTelescopes.com, and keep imaging as long as you don't have a solar shade on. Keep educating in clear skies, and we'll see you next time.
Seems to me that I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must get back before it's too late. You're afraid you're feeling alone. Time and space can never unfold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghost embrace can only mean tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to lands of blue. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my desire, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, the world might be true, that I might never be back again. Seems to me that I have lost my friend.
It's gotta mean something. It's gotta.
So here I am, out on the streets with my head in my hands. I've got no plans, only to see you again. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I like being kicked on the ground. I'm not that strong, but then I come to my senses. Yeah! I'm coming, you can feel my power. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel to that man with the scar on his face? It's a charade. It's just the way you've been living. Yeah! I'm coming. You can feel my power. Yeah. And I feel what is real when she feels it. And I feel what is real when she feels it. Yeah. And I And I feel what is real when she feels it. And I feel what is real when she feels it. Yeah. And I feel what is real when she feels it. And I feel what is real when she feels me, yeah. And I feel
Hi everyone, Dan here, and I just wanted to put a little snippet about AstroWorld and what we do because I want to start getting the word out because I think it's becoming more and more of a giant community, and I want to get the word out to some other people. So what we do at AstroWorld is we hold astrophotography chats on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we just talk astrophotography. Wednesday's more of a techie kind of advanced intermediate, and Fridays is more of a newbie kind of thing. So if you want to check us out, and if you want to, hang out with some semi-decent people that like to go off the rails a little bit and have fun while they're doing it, come check us out at AstroWorldWeb.com, and you can check out the schedule, and you can sign up for all the free giveaways that we do. We just gave away an Eagle 4 Pro, an Optilong filter kit, Charles Brackenstein's books, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So come to AstroWorldWeb.com, hang out with us, have a good time, and as always, remember to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right, Eric, what do you see? You see the live?
It's coming. Yep, I see the Yep, I see the live. See the 3-up.
Good, perfect,
On live,
awesome.
so we're good.
How's it going, everybody? It is Wednesday night, and we got Eric back from his little fun vacation that he had. So Eric is back, hanging out with us.
They diced me. They even tried to make Julian fries, but hey, I'm better, stronger, faster, and prettier.
well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but
you know what? Shut up, Dan.
But yeah, no, seriously, welcome back. And I do want to say, I know I said it in the chat, I want to say a personal thank you to Dave Schaefer, who filled in for a couple of nights, hanging out in the shows. So Dave, you're now the official 5th honeymooner. And so thank you so much. And also Sean as well, who came in for one of the shows and hung out with us. So thank you to everybody for allowing Eric his little vacation. And
appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. And while I was in recovery, and everything. So appreciate that. It's good to be back. It really is. It's good to be, amongst my people. It's so good to have my people back. It is so wonderful.
Well, we do. I do want to try a couple things. So everyone's saying in the chat, "Welcome back, Big E is back. Welcome back, Eric. Welcome back, man. Hey. I'm sure you're seeing it. You're typing in there. So
yeah, I'm watching it.
So welcome back again. Tonight we got Maxi Falieres all the way from Argentina with us tonight. But before we get to you, we got to say hello to our sponsors and everything, and do the thing. And also, I did some more work on the graphics for the member slides, so we'll see how that works out. I did some work on that yesterday, so we shall see what we shall see. Okay, you ready? So here we go. All right. So okay, first thing that didn't work out. All right. So we do have sponsors that do give us a lot of stuff, and we got to say thank you to them. And Optolong finally got back to me, so it looks like they're going to be sending us some stuff for this year. So for giveaways. So Prima Luce Lab and Optolong are at a Red Giant level. Who Prima Luce Lab earned 3 years for giving us that Eagle that they gave, that maxed out Eagle for. Gave us an Eagle 4 Pro that was totally maxed out to give away, not last July, but the July before, I think. So I think they're good until next year. So thank you to them for that. Also at a Super Giant level, Masters of Pix Insight and IP4AP at our Super Giant level. We give away a free Masters of Pix Insight workshop every Friday night. And we do IP4AP is a great tool for astrophotography when you're dealing with either PixInsight or Photoshop. They have tutorials for both, so go check it out. We give away a yearly subscription once a month for IP4AP as well. Plus, if you want to buy any astro gear, hit us up at AstroWorld Telescopes, and we have our own retail store now. So we got all your faves from Altair to ZWO. There you go. That's a good one. A to Z. There you go. That works. This shouldn't even be, I thought I took this down, but Nigel passed away on December, in December last year, and he has a GoFundMe page ready to go, and all donations go to Cancer Research UK in memory of Nigel. So if you want to donate, believe it or not, over $600 have been donated in Astral members' names to that page already. Names that I at least noticed. So thank you to everybody. $600 from AstroWorld. Really nice. Last week, if you missed it, you could catch it. We had Nico Carver last Wednesday. Really great conversation. He's a really cool guy and he has a lot of great input. Go check it out. That was last week's show. Nico's a great guy and watcher of the show. So check him out at Nebula Photos on his YouTube as well. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to him. Tonight, like we said, we got Maxi Falieres. Like I said, I actually fixed the spelling of his name, so there you go. It's not Falieres anymore. So he's going
Good
to be coming
recovery
in.
there, Dan. Good recovery.
Hey, I have my moments. Next week we have Adrian Bradley, who's another member of the Global Star Party that does a lot of nightscapes and really cool wide field and composition stuff. We're going to talk to him on the 24th. That's next Wednesday. Then we got Ron Breacher coming on February 7th. He's going to be hanging out with us again for his upteenth visit to AstroWorld TV. Then we're going to have a first timer, Greg Crinklaw from Sky Tools, the runner of Sky Tools. He created it, and he's going to come and hang out with us and tell us about Sky Tools. And then I didn't put it up yet, but February 21st, and I don't even think Eric knows about this yet, but February 21st, I thought it was a good idea to re-invite Bob Denny back to the show.
Yes.
Because of all of the improvements that Azcom Alpaca has had over the past year. So it'd be good idea to have him. So he's going to be coming on as well. And then Mabula also promised he's coming on. He's coming on. And then he'll be here. He's just working on some stuff. So
got to do what you got to do. So it's all good.
Exactly. So let's see if this works. No, it kind of worked. Oh, there it is. It's this one. There we go. And it does work. There you go. Perfect. So we couldn't do anything without any of our members that are members of either Patreon or YouTube. Thank you so much for the people that have supported us. I've been looking at some of the dates, and some of the supporters are over 3-year anniversary. So thank you to everybody. We also got a new member this week. Is the chat all the way down at the bottom of the screen? That's your computer, Tom, not us. But thank you so much for all the members. We have over 60 members on when you add up Patreon and YouTube. So if you want to join us and get some different perks, get some stuff, join us on YouTube and Patreon, and you get some better perks. So there you go. So that's it. I don't know if that worked out for everybody. I hope that worked out. But we're gonna go back.
Yeah, I like the scrolling. I like that scrolling. How we were able to shout out everybody. Give everybody a shout out who's all our Patreon members and everything at different levels. Yep. And do us a favor before we really get started. Y'all know I'm back, so I'm gonna say it. I've seen right now on YouTube 30 people watching. That's not including the 3 of us. So I would start seeing some thumbs up. Come on now. Let everybody know. Get those thumbs up. Let Google, let YouTube know, that we are here. It helps us out. It helps the show out so much. You guys have no idea. All we really, really ask is simply just clicking the thumbs up. We don't ask really for much of anything else. Just help us out by giving us a thumbs up when you're coming on. And we would really, really appreciate it. It gets the word out, when people start looking at astrophotography and astronomy and things like that. It helps us get further up on that queue, from YouTube that they can start checking us out. So really appreciate it, guys. Thumbs up. Come on.
and to your point, share the show with other people. If you're in there with other Astro groups and stuff like that, share it on YouTube, share it on Facebook, share it wherever you do your social media, and just so we can get the word out. So
yeah. So Hulk smash that like button.
Now, before we get to anything, we do have a kind of unboxing that I kind of have to do before. I showed you guys before live. But just so the members know that it did come out. So here is the front page is going to change. The picture is not going to change, but some of the words down here are going to change. But this is round 1, the first preview of the calendar. So thank you to all. Congratulations to all of the pictures of the month, that are in here. There is some stuff in here that I added a couple of pages to it so we could, say goodbye to Nigel. I did an honorable mention, plus the number, the picture, the one with the most pictures of the week always gets their own page. So this actually goes to March 25. So there you go. So
That's nice. Hey,
the next, I'll make the okay for the next. So you guys all should be. It usually takes about 10 days to get to me after I place the order. So we're looking at somewhere first week in February, second week in February in everybody's hands. So thank you everybody who purchased one. And if you want to purchase one, it's still on AstroWorld Telescopes. You just search for a calendar and you can buy one for $30 or whatever it is. So anyway, so that's the sales pitch for the calendar. And with that being said, we have shameless plug. Yes. So Maxi, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us again. This is your second time with us. And it's always a pleasure to have you. And thank you for being up so late, because I know it's about, what is it, 2-hour difference? It's 11 o'clock or 11:15 over there.
Exactly, Dan.
Oh,
Thank you for inviting me. Yeah. And yes, it's a pleasure to be here. Of course, anytime that you uh, ask me if I want to be here, it's a privilege for me, because I'm a single astrophotographer. I started really with almost nothing, only with my cell phone at 6 years ago. But now I'm trying to keep going more every step further. So uh, I don't know if I can reach the excellency, but I want to make what we see it of what is out there in here in my hemisphere, of course, because I can see where you are. Some places or some objects only Andromeda, almost 10 degrees from altitude.
Oh, that's like our Omega Centauri. Omega Centauri for us is, I think the highest it gets from Long Island is 1.5 degrees above the horizon. So you can see it. You can see it. And it looks like complete garbage. So but it's like,
it's only
M13's better. M13's better. It's fine.
Now, when you will see it through a telescope with your eyes, Omega Centauri and 47 Tucanae, they are blown mind, because there's a lot and a lot and a lot of stars that they are shining like little diamonds. And even with a single scope, maybe and 5 inches f5, something like that, 6 inches f5 and 25 eyepiece. It's okay. Of course, if you have a Dobsonian and if you have a higher and more bigger diameter, it's going to be much more better. But anyway, we are lucky for having that star clusters, but you have some objects, and I think galaxies we are at the same. Depend of the time of the year, and we have almost in the entire ecliptic the most famous galaxies, but every single region has their own. So
yeah, but you got the Dragons of Ara, so I mean,
yeah.
Yeah,
you got Karina, the dragons. You got the Statue of Liberty.
I mean,
you know,
the statue.
You got the Statue of Liberty, and you were, it's like, how did it get down there when it should be up here? But whatever, it's all
that's like how did it get in New York when it's in New Jersey? You know.
Exactly, exactly. I'm in Chivico, and we have, you know, Argentina has, in I think it's in a city in a place south of Buenos Aires, a replica of the Liberty statue. You know,
Okay.
it's smaller, but they have it. And I
Yeah.
remember when you see Home Alone 2,
Yeah.
and you see when Kevin is going through the park, and there's a shot where a statue that sings or points to the place and a hat.
Okay.
That statue for Jose de San Martin is
Okay.
our liberty
Ah,
in
gotcha.
the Argentina's history. So
Oh, nice.
I didn't know. A couple of years knew that, but I think because the director or the producer was Argentine, and they kind of like to put it on there.
That's cool.
So
That's cool. It's
you in New York, you have the General San Martin statue, the with Simon Bolivar. They in two 100 years ago give the liberty from the Spain.
yeah.
We fought against Spain, so
Everybody fought against
that's
Spain.
why. Yeah, everybody fought with
everybody,
everyone.
everybody fought against
Yeah,
Spain.
we fought against Brazil. We fought against Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Chile. In our region, everyone hates everyone, and
Yep.
I think
Nobody likes anybody. No, everyone hates everybody. It's horrible.
now
But
You think
we
that's
only
bad? Come
fight
down,
in
come up to
football.
Chicago.
yeah, you don't want to go to Chicago. We even fight each other in Chicago.
Yeah. I mean, we've been fighting each other, even before Al Capone. Come on.
Telling you, it's bad in Chicago. You think in New York's like utopia compared to Chicago.
I'm not going to go there.
Sorry. But,
Oh,
Well,
yeah. So I know that since it's been about a year, I think, since you've been on the show. So and we've grown quite a bit.
I saw my last files that I share. It was almost 1.5 year.
1.5.
At the
Yeah.
middle of 20, yeah, almost.
So
Yeah,
so why don't you, we've actually grown quite a bit since you've seen us last. We broke 2,000 subscribers. We've done a lot of stuff. So why don't you, take a couple of seconds and talk to people and what you do, who you are, where you're from, give a little background on what you do so we could they could catch them all up. How's that?
yeah.
Of course, yes. I have a little bit briefing of myself that I'm going to share.
Nice.
I have to toggle screen sharing, right?
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes.
I know. Okay. So let me. Okay. Do you see it?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna make you bigger so everybody can see it better. Oh, look, you got the logo there and everything. Look at that.
Makes you feel so
And you spelled your name right.
Yeah. You say it very good. It's Falieres,
Falieres.
but it's French. Falieres. It's like it sounds like it's writing.
Well,
But
your last name is French?
your letters is French. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
from
Okay.
Toulouse. A couple of months ago, with my brother, we were investigating for my family, and we found a lot of information, and a lot of history that match with the my father and my grandfather says about our family, and if they say that, we can prove it with papers, and it was incredible. And
Huh.
well, anyway, Yes, it's French, but I am a criollo. I have a lot of countries in my blood,
Yep.
including in native blood in my in me. So like I say, I'm a criollo. I'm a mix of everything.
Yeah,
French,
we call that
Italian,
in
Spain.
English. In English, we call that a mutt.
Ah,
A mutt. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
I've got one. I've got one around here somewhere.
yeah, I got two floating around, but a mutt is basically a breed of a dog that has so many breeds inside of it that you don't know what it is. So that's what a mutt is.
Yeah, that's weird.
And, and we all listen. We all have that. I mean, I did the same thing with Ancestry, where they did the DNA tracking on what it is,
Mhm.
and I mean, most of the stuff was right, but one of the things was like, I had a lot of Scandinavian blood in me, and I'm like,
oh,
how did that happen? I don't know how that happened. I don't know anybody. All my relatives that I know are either from Ireland or from Germany. I don't know anybody from anywhere in the north anywhere. I don't know. Anyway.
I
Hmm.
I only found with papers, not for blood, but with papers in our genealogy tree.
Yeah, yeah,
Almost
genealogy. Yeah.
genealogy, almost 400 years in the past,
Wow.
in only one family that they came from Italy, and it's almost at the middle of uh, 16th century, I think, or 15th. It's
Wow.
amazing. It's incredible. People that even now, even it doesn't exist anymore, and you are relationed to them. So it's a blow mind.
It
I
does. It
really love
does.
that.
It's crazy.
Well, like we see here, we try to see what's going on in space, but we see ghosts. We see the past, like we talk about. In this case, on the background, we have the Wishing Well global cluster. It's an open cluster that we have nearby Carina in the southern hemisphere, and it's incredible to watch it through a telescope because there's a lot of stars spared in the field of view. So taking pictures of there is amazing. And you only have to take maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute. That's all. There's only stars, but there's a lot and a lot of stars. So, well, uh, I'm presenting me about me. My name is Maximiliano Falieres. I'm from Chivilcoy. It's a city in the Buenos Aires state. Well, we call it a province, provincia, and in Argentina, in the southern hemisphere. And I've been an amateur astrophotographer from almost 6 years because I think last week was my sixth anniversary of doing this. And now I'm not a newbie, but I'm still learning every time that I taking pictures, I process with one way and different. But when I started, I only want to try to capture everything in one single night, and I remember was almost impossible. But with constant and perseverance and learning, practicing, you will start. This is my first astrophotography in the city. I take a shot of Orion because it was on finally of the 2018 in December. Here's the Orion belt, the sword, and this is M42. And here's Rigel.
Yep.
So I see it above. I always thought that this was the head of Orion, but no, it's in
Nope.
here.
You're upside down. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is Betelgeuse, Sirius, Star. We have the Aldebaran from Taurus, and This is my first picture with my cell phone that I put. It was, I think, 50 seconds only. There's a lot of light pollution there. But then I tried to start with this single scope. It was a Maxi Astrophi from Celestron, uh, and I try to capture with different eyepiece. What would I see it? If I could see it, if I can find it, because it was a go-to mount, an azimuthal mount, but sometimes for the focal length, it doesn't be precisely. But I didn't know how to put it on station, this mount, but because I put it and turn on only. So when I start to capture, I remember this was the first lights that I did with my brother. We were here in my backyard, uh, taking pictures of 10 seconds only with the 10 millimeters eyepiece. And when we see the trapezium and the core of the nebula, we were shocking. We were, you know, I at that time I knew that, like I here, that this was the hobby that I've been looking for years, because I always try to capture the stars, the galaxies, but I only watch it through TV documentaries
Yep.
or books or magazines. And for me, from the south, the astronomy uh, only did here. Uh, it's an expensive at that time, an expensive hobby, and
Mhm.
uh, they they only give the chance to do visual astronomy, and that's all. But I wanted, I remember 15 years ago, to see if I could take pictures or something, but I didn't know how. I didn't know what telescope I needed. I was um, um, afraid to ask somebody if they can help me to do something in forums or not or something, because I thought that everyone has the knowledge, the privileged knowledge, so they know everything and I don't know nothing. But I say no, okay, let's start from zero practicing. And when I did this, I say, okay, this is the way. They have that limits, but I have to press the most that I could with this gear. So then I changed the mount. I started with the what I still using. I was still using this Maxutov, but the mount was an equatorial because I found the with the azimuthal I have the field rotation, and when I stack the images, I have the center was okay, but the border was turned away, and an equatorial mount, I get that solution. So I was taking pictures with a cell phone, practicing, capturing, and then, for example, this is a picture that I took, and I remember saw this more like this, and this is a picture of my book of a Cosmos from Carl Sagan. And you can see here, this is the M42 Orion's nebula. And I couldn't believe when I saw this in the fringe of the book, that is the same picture. So I say to myself, I could reach this. It is in the book from Carl Sagan. Of course, this is a picture from an observatory, and it was a different uh, cameras that was using at that time, and of course they did it for scientific research. But in this case, was amazing to capture that at that time with only you have in your pocket, that everyone has it. So I'll say, okay, I can maybe push more, but my cell phone has a limit. So I was practicing capturing galaxies, planetary nebulas, with the same gear. Then also I did planetary captures of the Jupiter, Moon, the Sun. Here's some animation that I did myself. Uh, of course, I tried to show the progress of Mars, and when was almost near in 2021 and 2020. Sorry, that year was amazing to working with Mars. Now it's going more further. Well, also a dream come true. Watch my first solar eclipse and capture it. This is only picture and picture and picture and picture and picture, taken with a selfie stick with my cell phone.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, I did the animation because I was watching the eclipse. You can see the clouds there, and I was honestly really bad because I'm crying because I could not see him because there that cloud was only above uh, our heads in our that place. Everyone else from to the west was clear sky. So
Ah,
I was angry,
Yeah.
frustrated. I prepared everything. With my brother, we found the better place to watch it without buildings, without trees, without. It was in a farm area, about 20 miles from here, from my city. It was nearby. So, and of course, was a lot of cold. It was the 2nd of July. It was almost winter. It started the winter, and
Hmm.
you know when I I, I remember I saw everything's going dark. It was incredible. It was amazing, and then seeing that black hole going down for that of that clouds, it's kind of I don't know if you played Mortal Kombat,
oh yeah.
but I always compare with that stage where um, they have the portal in the background. It was kind of that because above of us was the clouds. There was also the floor down us, and we had that fringe in the horizon with that black hole, and then
Hmm.
the days came again, and it was incredible. And then maybe half an hour, the sun goes down again. It was almost at 10 degrees of higher altitude only.
I
But
think I
it's
think that's a
incredible. It
great
was,
image, kind of, the image composite. I like the clouds. I
I do.
do. I yeah, it stinks that the whole thing is invisible, but let me tell you, I think the clouds add a little bit of drama to the whole thing. I think that's pretty cool.
yeah, they got they got sorry. Um, I'm blurred. Um, they give it that special images because when it was a darker clouds, and then you can see the brightest going coming up, and the background that you still see it of the corona and
Yep.
everything. It was, I remember, was amazing. So what I didn't watch this. I was capturing with a selfie stick connected by Bluetooth to my cell phone, and clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking for for almost finished because I want to prevent to not burn my cell phone. But anyway, it was amazing.
Yep.
So, well, this is a picture of the Milky Way that we have here also with my cell phone. We have it in our uh, heads when it's in the winter, so we can start to practicing. So in reality, that's not my actual gear. Well, it's almost, but I want to share. Uh, Let me share. Okay, do you see it?
I see a desktop.
At my desktop. Exactly. Well, I'm going to show you some pictures. Well, this is my latest total eclipse. It was in 2020 in December. We was talking about on the background a couple minutes ago, and this picture was for me my goal because when I saw the 2nd of July total solar eclipse, I knew that I had to see this. But then the pandemic started at the
Yeah.
next year, so we never thought that we maybe I could watch it through a TV show or maybe partial from here, but with some friends like Nico Arias and Alan Gedin, we traveled to the south to Las Grutas, where the middle of the eclipse was happening on there. So it was a really good trip and worth a lot. I also had my personal issues with my mom at that time. She was on the hospital, and she told me, "You know, Maxi, I'm okay. Your father is with me. Go to do what you want to do, because I'm okay. Don't worry about me." So I because I didn't know if I could went for the situation of her. It
Yeah.
was a really tough moment for me, but she told me that they go there, so I did it. And when I sorry, getting a little emotional, but I remember when I the clips finished. We I remember for my brother that could not go, my wife, father, my mom, everyone. I was thinking at that time, and I was thankful for them to let me be there. And then I remember I was crying a lot. I have the recording,
Oh
the
man.
sound of that. And I remember that say to my friend Nico and watch him and tell him and give a really big hug and say to him, "We did it. We made it."
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
Yep.
it
That's really
was
cool.
a lot. hmm
Yeah.
I wrote an article in the Explore Scientific magazine that Marcelo Sousa invited me to present. That if you want to share more later, then that's no
Sure.
problem.
Yeah. Anytime. No
Uh,
problem.
so let's come back for my gear. This is a picture of my backyard a couple of months ago. You can see a banana tree here.
Nice.
It's not
Fresh
tropical.
bananas.
Yeah, but we have lemon tree, orange tree. My dad likes the trees, the plants, but I like to to prepare my gear. In this case, I have now an AQ6 with a 8 inches f4 with uh, almost ZWO gears, the the focuser electric, the guiding, the main camera, and the computer is a ACR Plus because I want to uh, work in only one way and try not to use too much hanging cables from my gear.
Yep.
There's only one, maybe, or two, and that's all. They are all here. So this is my main gear for doing this DSO. This is a picture when I went with a friend to Alberti. This is where it's going to be the new observatory. And like I say, this is a farm area, and you can see there's a lot of flat
Yep.
field. And this is my main gear, and here's my secondary gear. This is a Starventurer mount with an Ascar lens and my Nikon D80, an old one. And here behind, there's my latest equipment. This is an 8 inches f6 Dobsonian that I use it for when I capture with both equipments. I say, okay, let's watch through our eyes what is going on out there, because sometimes you forget how is how is what when you watch through a telescope when you're capturing continuing through a telescope. So I I made some modification here. You can see here there's rings
Yeah.
around the telescope. I made some bearings for giving more smooth movements, and I'm going to talk about now. Here's the Dobsonian. You can see there is no rings, but then I put it for the F4 to this mount. It was almost closed, so I was researching, and the same rings that has an f5 8 inches telescope goes with this scope. So I buy it, put it on there, and with you can see the rings, and then
Mhm.
I use it to do planetary capturing
Oh, it's
with
awesome.
this uh, gear. So I go for um, like a chameleonical gear, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, and you can see the holder of the
The bearing.
Dobsonian,
Yeah.
and i- yeah, and if I want to put it again, only unscrew and put it to the Dobsonian mount, and that's all. And I can with this dovetail uh, um, of aluminum or aluminio, I
Mhm.
can grab it much more better to put it again. So
Nice.
this is
Let me ask you
yeah,
this,
it's
Maxi, because now you're using, since you
yes.
had you using the dial for planetary, and you also have other scopes. Um, and you have been doing planetary. What do you prefer more? Do you have a preference of one over another? There's planetary versus deep sky. Which is there? Do you have a particular preference as far as the style of astrophotography that you like to do more over another?
No, that I I love to do every single astrophotography, going from DSO for planetary, for
Hmm.
lunar, for solar, everything. So I like to um, how to say it, beware of my equipment can do for that kind of astrophotography that I want to do. So,
Right.
for example, with the F4, I do deep sky objects, but I also try to do planetary. I like what was the result, but I myself was saying, Maxi, you can have maybe another one, and you maybe can modify or do to make I think a better or practicing a better picture of that
Hmm.
same object. But I don't prefer one equipment beside another one. Depends of the occasion,
Gotcha.
depends of the target, the objective. Because, for example, if I want to capture Carina Nebula, the entire Carina Nebula, even with the F4 or maybe with the F6, it doesn't feel on the field of view with the sensor of my camera. So I have to work with this,
Yeah.
with the lens. This is a ASCAR 200 ACL, and in this case, it's
Okay.
attached
Yep.
with the ZWO. This was a couple days ago. So the field of view, of course, is going to be more big.
Yep.
So
Hmm.
it breaks a lot of places. Now I'm going to show you some differences between the field of view, if you want.
Sure.
Um, and this is my equipment that I only put in two single cases, and that's all. I travel to this place of mountains that we call sierras, because it's not the cordillera, the higher mountains here, but I I only uh, assembled the equipment for capturing clouds, because then more later there was a lot of clouds came and they didn't went away. So I only assembled the equipment only. But let me show you uh, how I grab my equipment. This is from my backyard. Of course, it's a fast camera, and only in half an hour I assembled everything. I don't know if you can hear me. I have the sound of the video,
Yeah, no, we got the music.
No, we got it. Yeah.
and you can see here is the my personal do protective that helps me to prevent the condensation of the humidity. And well, I only did this in half an hour only, but then I of course do the polar alignment and everything, but in maybe 10 minutes, and that's all. I work outside, or maybe I come here to my computer and work from here remotely with the ASIAR Plus. Is that equipment is amazing.
Yeah,
And
it
this is
is.
a time lapse that I did in Alberti. You can see the equipment's movements and the cloud. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is the Milky Way. Put it on almost the
That's really
horizon,
something.
but it's
Hmm.
it's all the Milky Way. So it's to watch
Now
this.
where you're located, how is the light pollution where you're located? Like, what are your
Well,
mortal skies? Or
in my city is almost now depends where you're pointing, but almost 6 and 7 in the Bortle scale.
okay,
Okay.
And in Alberti, this is where this video is. You can see that there are some structures there of the building. That there is going to be the new observatory, but here it's almost 2, maybe 3 Bortle scale. Uh,
wow,
it's at the west it's really darker, but at the east we have the light pollution of a lot of cities like mine, but then almost 6 cities more, and of course Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
And you will see a lot of huge bubble of light at the east. So if I go here to this place, I start to capture objects that they are almost at the meridian and going to the west or to
Gotcha.
the south.
Yep.
Or maybe to the north, but depends. In you know, it's complicated, but the case that we have here is a wet weather, so we have more chances to have water in our equipments, clouds, fog, windy. We are nearby, almost 400 kilometers from the sea, but sometimes come the southern winds. So anyway, uh, what I want to show you now is are my my latest capture through the 2023 from the last year,
Mhm.
starting with this, the M42. This was captured with a Ascar lens, and you can see there's a lot of amazing nebulas and brighter. And Dan, that I like and I love football, that you
Yep.
call soccer,
Soccer.
and yeah, you know it like the Running Man Nebula, right?
Yep.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, but we are trying to rename this one particularly because, like I say, I love football, and it's almost the the figure of Dibu Martinez, the goalkeeper of my national
Yeah.
team.
Okay.
So if you search Dibu Martinez, let me, if I can search it here. Dibu Martínez atajada. A ver si la. Oh, eh. It's almost there.
It's almost the same.
Almost the position, and the ball is on the leg. And sorry, it's a lot of
Uh-huh.
pixelated, but when you come here, of course, it's in the mirror. Sorry, one of the stars is in the legs too.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's why
Interesting.
we start
That's
to call
funny.
it Dibu Martinez Nebula.
There you go.
So, well, let's come back our astrophotography. This was if you remember, the C22E3 comet was the
Mhm.
bad name, bad color name, the green comet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I remember that when you start to watch this comet in the northern hemisphere, they start to say, "Oh, it's the green comet. It's the green comet." Every single media was saying
Yep.
that. That the
Yep.
same was translated for here, and everyone starts to call it el cometa verde. It's oh, no, it's not the cometa verde. What are you talking about? But well, the medias has the power.
Leave it to the media up north to start screwing things up and making
Yeah.
things harder for everybody else.
So then he did this when the Milky Way
That's a really good
started
capture.
rising up. Thank you. This is the Snake Nebula,
Yep.
or Barnard 72. I think this was this darker nebula. All of this was absorption nebula. I can even imagine how dense and the kind of a lot of dust is
Yeah.
here, because you can't see what's behind of that.
Nope.
It's incredible. Here is like a little fog, but it was captured here. It was taking pictures of 1 minute only. I remember working with Sony UV cut filter, and you can see here this is a sorry, I don't know, I don't remember how to say it.
The halo.
The shiny, the halo. Sorry, there you go, the halo. I don't like the halos. I
No.
honestly hate them.
Yeah,
So
most people do.
I,
Yeah.
yeah. So I also start to capturing with an Optolong L Extreme 1.25 inches filter, and I starting to
Hmm.
practicing with the Thor's helmet nebula, and I really enjoy capturing this because I really
That's a
love
really
this
good.
nebula. Thank you. I process this a lot of times, a lot of times, and a lot of times, and I found the to work because I have a color camera, a, a 533 MC ZW camera,
Yep.
and
Okay.
you know, uh, working with a color camera and a dual band filter, you don't have the same information with mono. I can't reach a mono yet. I hope someday. But I was practicing with trying to uh, get that colors when you have H alpha and O3. So I
Hmm.
found the forex processing, and I really love that. Love it. I really enjoy to have was the results, and also now the new tools, the block exterminator, noise exterminator, and everything. But the stars exterminator was the for me the the best tool, because you can work with the nebulosity without the stars, and uh, then you put it on again, and you know you can see there's a lot of stars, and sometimes personally I don't like to miss or lost the stars, even if you work with um, H alpha or O3. I really love to see the stars because they are there. Of course, if I put the most thin stars away, it's going to be maybe more nebulosity, more beautiful, more sharpest. But the stars are there, so
Yeah.
why you put? I don't understand that. So I found that my processing to keep in there, not getting more brighter, or trying to not burning. So
Hmm.
and leave it with some kind of colors. Well, here's the Dolphin Head Nebula.
Yeah.
I also tried to capture was in my home. It was only 1 hour of exposure. I remember I was practicing, but I really love the occasion. And you can see there's a halo. Dice hola. It says hola, hello,
Hola.
halo. Eh,
It's a faint
so,
target.
but this is really, yeah. It's almost on my field of view. It's completely inside of my field of view. So I really love to give a chance again this season. with lots of or more hours maybe. So see what I get, but I really don't like this. So maybe I try to see what I get.
What filter were you using
Anyway,
with that?
Yeah, I was going to ask what filter were you?
uh,
What filters are you using?
no, I'm still using here the L Extreme
Yeah.
from Optolon.
Yep.
Okay.
When you have brighter stars, you have these halos. But in the
Yeah.
another one
Yep.
stars, or the less brighter, there's no, there's kind of almost there a halo. Here's kind of, but in this star is a really brighter stars. So there is the halo. So this is the Lobster
And these were
Nebula.
all with your F4.
Mhm. Every
Okay.
these pictures are with my F4 and the ZW 533.
Yeah.
Here of the Lobster Nebula. I work uh, here thorax palette or treatment to give it more. Uh, in this case, red of the hydrogen alpha. I know there's some
Hmm.
kind of oxygen, but I couldn't get it. I did this. I remember 2 nights only, or maybe it was in stack of 6 hours.
Okay.
What if you found it's
I
probably been your most over this past year? What do you think was your most challenging and but yet most satisfying target?
well, I am going to preach that.
Okay.
I'm going to show you. Well, this is the one that was talking
Oh yeah, you
early.
guys got that down there when it should be up here in New York. There you go.
Yeah, you have the Liberty statue. I know
Hmm.
this is an amazing nebula. I really enjoy the process and the shapes that has it, and it's incredible nebula. And of course, you have a lot of darker nebulas here, but if I don't use this filter, it's very difficult to have all this nebulosity comes up. Maybe if I go to Alberti and I've been maybe 5 days, 5 nights capturing, I will have a really good information. But well, I have to work. I don't have the time for do that. So maybe I can do in my backyard with this filter and say, okay, 3 nights, stacking and see what you get. And I have here almost 8 hours to capture it in
Wow.
one single night because it's depends of the time of the year. But if maybe it starts here's the stellarium and that nebula here. There you go. And now now is midnight. Okay, here, and you will
Hmm.
see it almost what altitude 43 degrees almost now. But if I go more further, maybe 2 months, and when the night is p.m., I have it almost at the same altitude, and then I have it uh, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and it's and 40. If 8, 9. but I will count it in Spanish. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah, 9 hours almost
Wow.
all night. So this is a really good one object, and it's a circumpolar object, I think, because
Yep.
it does in my location it doesn't touch the horizon, so it goes there. And of course, in this place, here's the wishing well
Yeah.
um,
Open
open
cluster.
clusters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nearby there is the Carina.
Yeah, there it is.
So here we have
Yeah.
the Carina Nebula.
Yeah.
Of course,
Of
in
course.
this case, I also captured with the same filter. Here's Eta Carina,
Yeah.
and you can see there's no halo here, and this star is really really brighter, but I don't know why there is no halo here. But anyway, I found the F finger of the turned upside
There it
down,
is.
you know, the F finger nebula. So
Yep.
you know, working with this object is incredible, amazing, and you don't have to capture 3, 5, 10 minutes in a single shot. You only with maybe 1 minute, you have a lot,
Wow.
and if you do a machine gun of pictures, uh, you will have a lot of information too. So this is an incredible place to capture with a filter, you know. Well, this is the Orion's belt.
Yep.
This is my latest picture that I took at um, one month ago. At the I think was the 8th of December. I
Mhm.
captured this. Like I said before, I love the football. Love my national team, and to commemorate the anniversary of the World Cup championship that we won, in our jersey, in the shield in our chest of our national team, we have now 3 stars for the 3 world championship that we won.
Huh.
So to commemorate, we have the 3 stars.
There you go.
There you go.
And of course, there's a lot of stars, and I hope we can still win it more World Cup championship. But uh, Messi is for now. Maybe
There you
in a
go.
couple of years, say goodbye, but not.
Yep.
And this was with the ASCAR ACL lens and the ZWO. It
That's
was
a,
one and a
the
half hour
200,
capturing
right?
this. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it also is an F4,
Yeah, I think you're right. I
but
think you're right.
and you can see there's a lot of nebulosities and hydrogen coming up. I remember that I did this. Uh, I once traveled only 50 kilometers from here to a farm area. It puts behind a rural street, put my
Mhm.
little equipment and start to capture. But I forget some tools that I had to try to attach my equipment differently. Lost a couple huge minutes, but anyway, I could do this, and I really love the results. In this case, I like e- e- every ZW camera doesn't have a filter, a UV AR filter cut.
Right.
So I almost a couple months ago, I could buy it in astronomic L2 and works really, really okay. There's no halo at all in the bars. This halo, it doesn't for the filter, it's for the lens, you know.
Gotcha.
And there's the same halo here, but it doesn't bother me because the star is really brighter. But in the middle, no, it doesn't bother me. So when I did some pictures of galaxies with that filter, I really loved the results and the I get. For example, this one, I
Wow.
when I process this one, the this is the Quartet of Grus or Quartet of Grulla. I I was inspired by the GSWT, the James Webb
Yep.
Telescope.
Oh, the James Webb.
So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I was inspired for that because you can see there's a lot of galaxy clusters
A lot of
there.
Yeah.
galaxies. Oh yeah.
There's a lot. Every place that you capture and watch, there's a lot of galaxies. And well, you know, I really enjoy to process this with this filter. Of course, we in the farm area with bottle 2 or 3. So let's continue. This is the you asked me more earlier for my best processing or my most
Yeah, like your most
challenging
challenging
processing.
target. Yeah, yeah.
What was M16, because this one I worked different. I did the luminance
Hmm.
with the L extreme in my backyard for almost 3 nights, and one night I went to Alberti to capture with only without that filter, with only the L2 astronomical UV IR cut filter to get the stars and more um similar colors for that, but with the information with the L extreme that I will not have it with the another one. So I this was really challenging processing, but I really love it
Hmm.
to do it. Like I say, every process that you do is a learning. If you like it, keeps going on that. Uh, some people will say, no, you maybe uh, you miss the more pink area or more red area, or the stars are really blue. It doesn't matter. If you like it, enjoy it, because you are doing maybe that's with the knowledge that you have, and maybe the practice
Hmm.
will give you more experience to keep it going.
Hey,
So
Maxi, on that Orion belt picture, you were using
see,
the Star Adventurer with that Ascar lens.
I use the for the Ascar, I use the Star Adventurer and only guide with the AR guiding
Yeah.
without the declination, and works perfectly fine because I only do 1 minute shots
Okay, that was the next
and
question.
working maybe. Yeah, sorry, I didn't do it. I didn't say it before.
No, that's okay.
It
Because
was a
somebody
1 minute.
was asking in the chat how long of the subs are you
Uh-huh.
taking with the Star Adventurer. So
Yeah, and the guiding here. I have what you have it too um, in the elliptical place. So the guiding goes perfectly fine there. So if I find the pictures, let's go of that night. Tres Maria. Here we go. Okay, the field of view change 100% and auto stretching picture. You
Huh?
know, this is one single sub, and let's going to be one continue, and the stars they are still be rounded. I didn't lose one single picture, one single frame. You
Oh,
know, every everyone every single star is rounded. So of course I have movements and a backlash and everything with the mount, but I did also some uh, dithering,
yep.
but in 1 minute with that lens uh, works really fine. You know,
Nice.
I have to give it more weight to the mount. If I share you my picture of the gear here, for example, you have the dovetail there. I put this from another mount that I found to grab it to the dovetail,
Hmm.
and here's of course, the lens. Okay, here's the spacers, here's the camera, and
Yep.
here's the ring that run the camera to attach the AC Air Plus, and here's the dovetail to put the guiding. But in the counterweight, you see this. But what is this? Of course, you have the weights that came with the mounts, but these are hard drives,
Huh.
useless hard
Those are hard
drives.
drives. Okay.
So yeah, I make like a big donuts of hard drive there and attach it a little more there, so I can give him more balance to the AR place.
Gotcha.
Because if I
Hmm.
put this out, this will not. Well, I will need a, a bar more larger and more weight maybe. But in this case, I works really okay because I attach some bearings there with the bolts and press it to that, so it's still there. You know, it does. Doesn't move. So I will only move from here and here if I had to.
Got it.
Okay. Wow. Let's finish with this. Oh, I was showing this one. You know, this is the Tarantula Nebula.
Tarantula.
This
Yeah.
is NGC 2070. This is a really good place to also watch through a telescope, capturing without filter, capturing with a filter. Is a beautiful place. Of course, these filters help you to increase also the H alpha and the O3. This is with the 8 inches f4, and you can see the nebula spread everywhere and forming newborn stars, and these stars lightning that nebulas, those nebulas, sorry, and of course this big one
Yep.
is the queen of the sky, and of course it's in the large Magellanic cloud.
Yeah.
So if we go now to there it is. You know, when you see this in with darker skies, you will not see. the colors and stars. You will only see like this unless it's like a cloud without lights. You know,
Yep.
it's like a fuzzy cloud, and but you when you watch it not directly with your eyes, uh, you need to watch it with the besides of your eyes, not directly.
The
You will
averted
see
vision.
that the averted vision. Yeah, sorry. You will see there's in there, and it doesn't move. They only move with the rotation of the planets. And of course, here's the small Magellanic Cloud that here is 47 Tucanae.
Yeah,
The,
Tucane.
the second
Yeah.
the second larger star cluster,
Yep.
global star cluster. So more earlier you asked me if it was the field of view of the same object. Here's with the Nikon D8 and the ASCAR lens in Alberti of the nebula. You know, if we come back here, this one, you'll see the same place, of course, with not the same details, and the
Yeah.
field of view, of course, you have more zoom. But this was, of course, without that filter, and the pink colors are more for the H alpha. So there's a lot of H alpha here. We
Cool.
have also the Gabriela Mistral Nebula. This is the profile of the face of the poetry from Chile. That's why it calls that. You have these particular stars brighting. Now they are amazing.
Yeah, nice star cluster.
And with that, with the ASCAR lens and the Nikon, because
Mhm.
there start nebulas and colors and shapes, and this is a really good one place to start to capturing, practicing. You have a lot of work to do, and you will really enjoy if you come here. Um, then I show you more nearly the galaxies.
Yep.
These other ones that we have in the southern hemisphere. This
Wow.
is the silver coin galaxy, but this is Caldwell 83, and there's a lot of galaxies. You know, you have this star, and behind that,
Yep.
there's a galaxy.
That's cool.
There's
Yep.
another one.
Yep.
There's a lenticular galaxy. I don't know how we're going with time then. If we are okay.
I got about 10 minutes, and then we got to do a picture of the week. We got to go over that a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to be briefing. So this is the Pencil Nebula.
Yeah,
in the
I love
southern
that
hemisphere.
one.
It's a really good one. In this case, also was captured with the L Extreme filter, and was processed with the 4X palette to get more the H alpha and the O3. And that was for the deep sky objects for the last year. Now we're going with the planetary. It's going to be shortly. You know, more early I showed my equipment for planetary. I
Yep.
was practicing with the F4, but then with the Dobsonian modifier, and you know I could get a new one ZW planetary camera, the 662 MC color
Yep.
camera that has a really good pixel size in there, and I really love to do this, with the f6. I, you know, capturing the shadow of this mountain in this crater for
Yeah.
me was incredible. And this was only maybe 1 minute of video stacked and processed a little bit only. And it was a really good night because the weather was really okay. And I really love to come back to do some planetary with the f6 telescope. And this is a comparison that I will show you with the f4 and the f6. This is a picture of Jupiter, of course, that I did in August with the f4 8 inches, okay, with the and a Barlow lens with the 533 camera, with
Mhm.
this SO camera. I work
What
with
what focal
Roy
ratio are you shooting at? F4, and what's the Barlow? The
3x.
2x?
No, 3x. A telextender
Okay,
3x.
so you're 3x. So
Is that
you're at F12 then,
F12?
right?
Yeah, you said F12.
Almost there, yeah.
Yeah.
And with but what in this case was working with the cooler camera that I work with the deep sky objects. Uh, and anyway, I could get details, shapes, forms. I really love to do this, but then when I get the this new camera, this new planetary camera, and the f 6 inches,
So now you're at
there's a
F18,
lot of
right?
difference. Yeah, there's a lot of difference of the details in Jupiter. Of course, here only have it almost 40 degrees and then goes down again. Unfortunately, in a couple of years, going to be more lower
Yep.
here. You will have it above your head, Jupiter now. But
What
um,
processing software are you using for the planetary?
well, for capturing, I use Fire Capture.
Okay.
I work in Roy, try to square the planets and a little bit more then, and that's all, to get the more higher FPS that I
Yep.
get in 1 minute. Maybe are 11,000 frames, and then go to PIPP
Okay.
that I have here. Then go to AutoStacker, latest version. I think was the 4.
Yep.
And well, only stack the 4%, 5%, depends how the stabilization goes. And then
Hmm.
every single stack I uh, process with Registax 6. This is the oldest software, but anyway, works really okay. Um, and then I go to the wind post to do the rotation, and then finally give more or try to give more details again in Registax, and then go to a little bit of Photoshop to give uh, more blurless borders or something like that, and you know this is the lastest processing that I do. But those are my software that I was working right now.
Gotcha.
And in this case, is IO or EO,
Yep.
go passing
Yep.
through behind, passing behind Jupiter in this case. Um, Here's a conversation again with the F4. In this case, is of course Saturn. and then I get this with the new camera. You can see the differences and the
Yeah.
Oh
moons
yeah,
there.
the mountains. Yeah.
Mhm. So I really enjoyed this planetary season. I could get more details that I wanted. Of course, I will need a very good atmospheric stabilization, a
Right.
higher diameter of the scope. But with this scope, you know, I could get this, and I'm really, really, really happy. So, well, um, to finishing, I want to invite you to follow me on my Instagram page if you want. It's Astromax. Okay, yeah, and you will find my astronomical work, and then it's my personal page, of course. If you want to follow me, you are welcome to. uh, and I hope that I liked my presentation. I hope that I was clear talking.
Yeah.
uh, I don't know if finished the screen.
No, you did
No,
good.
you're
No,
good.
no, you're great.
You're probably the
Thank
first
you.
person in months that actually turned it off. So most people were like, they still talking. They're like, yeah, we still see the last screen of your slide. So but everyone's saying
Well,
great
I
collection of
really,
images. Really nice job with all
Yeah.
those pictures. Really beautiful, man.
well, I thank you for the comments. And like I say, I'm newbie here, an amateur astrophotographer. Um, I'm still learning. I know here, for example, Ron Breacher, he's a legend here, and I'm glad to be part of the presenters that you invite them. And for me, I'm really glad to be here. You know, uh, but I also like that to start with this uh, hobby. This is um, this opens a lot of doors that you never thought that will be open. You know, I never thought that I would be talking right now with you, Dan, and you, and everyone was seeing me talking. You know, of what I'm doing, and even didn't know that I was able to do this uh, in my backyard.
Yeah. I mean,
So
it's
now
Yeah.
awesome.
working and helping with that. Mhm.
Yeah,
And you
it's
then you do an excellent job uh, with your store and the equipment that you have to not to promote industry, but what I'm saying that you are you a really good advice of what they need to buy. So for me,
thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm no.
And I and,
Here
I- and
in
I
the south,
didn't pay him
I
to
would
say
say
that. So just so we know,
no,
I
no,
didn't
no,
know
no, no,
that.
no, 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 no. I honestly, you know, I, um, uh, I grew up um, thinking and recognizing when somebody does a really good job and when somebody does really good things. So I always my father and my mother say always you have to say thank you always because that thank you is a come to our souls, to our human being. So, like an Argentinian, I'm more, I'm not cold. I'm not a cold person. I like to talk a lot. I always with a smile and of course, sometimes I'm angry like everyone else, or sometimes I'm yelling or something, but um, I always try to transmit good vibes. And in this
Mhm.
case, I want to give a good thank you for you to invite me, and I hope more people come join us to this astronomical hobby.
I call
Yeah,
it a lifestyle.
yeah, yeah. We
this
changed
is
it
this is
because
definitely a lifestyle.
you know what.
This is no mere hobby. This is a lifestyle.
Yeah, when I think hobbies, and I'm sorry if anybody out there does it. When I say hobbies, I think like stuff like stamp collecting or
Exactly.
coin
Or
collecting
or ball or like or baseball card collecting, stuff like that.
soapbox racing or something. You know, it's
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. That you know, but you know, and you know, it really is a change of lifestyle because you are doing everything your body does not want you to do. Stay up all night watching pictures,
Mhm.
watching TVs, looking at eyepieces. If you're a visual observer, freezing your butt off in New York at 23 degrees to take a look at, you know, the Orion Nebula, you know. So you know, I've been there, I'm done, and now I'm just too old to look through an eyepiece. I can't even be bothered. At least in the wintertime. From October to like May, you won't catch me doing any visual. No, not happening. At least not in New York. It's not happening. But you know, it's you know, and I, you know, while you were talking, I just looked at something, and Eric, you know what, I've been searching for this since I took it, but I found a picture that I took. Um, let me see,
Okay.
and here's a Pix Insight, right? So I
Mhm.
actually found this. I thought I lost it all, and this is a recent picture, but I found it fine. I found the data. So there's Barnard
There's
Z.
Bernard Z.
Yeah, Barnard Z.
Yeah.
That's one shot. That's a one shot. That's a one 2 minute shot. I have about 5 hours worth of data on this, so I can't wait to put it all together. I'm gonna try and play around with it tomorrow.
What
But
do you mean you thought you lost it?
I put it in a folder and I forgot I misnamed the folder and I couldn't find it. And then I literally just found it tonight. So
Wow.
yeah, so because I got so
Lucked
much.
out there, man.
Well, if you take a look, and I'll just bring it on over. If you take a look at I switched it back. I made the name right. Um, so this is the fold. This is all my raw data over the course of years, and this is my raw data. And this was the original name, V142. I must have done that because it's right next to the B and it was
Uh-huh.
dark, so I must have hit V by accident. So
Oh,
it was
whoopsie.
V1, you know, and now there's nothing in there. So,
There you go.
but
Well, at least you found it. That's what
yeah, we
matters.
found
It
it.
wasn't it wasn't really lost. It was just
It was
misplaced
it was
or
there, but
misspelled.
you didn't know it was there. Kind of like my brain
Exactly.
sometimes. But,
Exactly.
but
So
and listen, Maxi, just stick around because you might want
yeah,
to take a look at these pictures because some of these pictures are
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
yeah, of
really,
course.
really cool. We do actually,
So
Eric, I'll let you do it because this is your baby and you know you've been away for a while, so you could talk for a little bit.
yeah. So definitely. Since I've been away for a bit, you know, going through all of my surgery, medical stuff, and just other things happening, kind of got away from what I would usually do, you know, weekly image of the week contest. But now that I'm back, what we've done, what decided to do is combine the last 3 weeks of entries into one large voting poll. And what we're going to do is everybody who votes, you're going to vote for your top 3 choices. Okay. And those top 3 choices are going to be going on to the January image of the month. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen here and we are going to hop on over to the image of the week page. So let me just go ahead and do that here really quick. Share my screen. And so don't forget that the image of the week website, you go to astroworldweb.com/IOTW for our image of the week contest. And once you get there, you just scroll on down here. We have a recap, of course, of our image of the year. Again, to Tom, congrats, man. Well deserved for your Pleiades M45 winning image of the year. And the last official image of the week winner was back on December 29th, Kevin Rosso's Orion Nebula, which is awesome. But now we are into into January, mid-January. And so the entries from January 5th, 12th, and for the upcoming 19th image of the week presentation or vote, we're going to combine them all. I've combined them all into one large vote poll. And you, our viewers, can vote for your top 3 image selections. And those top 3 image selections at the end of Friday night will move on to the image of the week, image of the month rather, contest. So let's take a look here. We've got what we call NGC 1333 by Tom Peter, also known as the Embryo Nebula. This is one of my favorite areas of the sky. This is really, really a cool, very interesting mix of nebulosity, dark, bright, you name it, it's in here. But here's another awesome one, the Horsehead Nebula, Bernard 33 from Greg Meyer. We've got a total of 10 entries, just to let you guys know. So you have quite a few entries to choose from, to choose your top 3 choices. We have NGC 1333, also by Mark Moratori. The Christmas Tree, the Cone, and the Foxfur Nebulae by Dave Schaefer. The Rosette Nebula by Dominic Chabot.
I think that's a new entry. I don't recognize that.
It actually is. Dominic, this is a new entry into our contest. I don't recall seeing any of Dominic's any other entries from Dominic. So yeah, this is his first one. So.
Good luck, Dominic. Good luck.
Yeah. We have another Nathan Barnard. I don't believe I've seen any of his images come across.
Oh yeah, he was a picture of the week. It's it's X.
Oh, okay.
X, his name on Discord is X Nathan X, if I remember right. So he's been around.
So he has been. Okay. And this is the Flaming Star Nebulae and several of its neighbors. You have the Tadpole, you've got the Spider and Fly. So great image there. We have a mosaic, I believe, by Greg Yancey of the Jellyfish Nebula. IC4. No, I think I've seen Greg once or twice put in something. M77 by Chris Frierksen. You can even see another galaxy way back there.
Oh, yeah.
And there's one over there, and there's a few others. We've got Thor's Helmet by Abraham Jones, or also known as DIY NASA.
Yep.
The Leo Trio by Dave Schaefer rounds out the 10. So far we've had 11 votes.
11 votes.
And like I said, 11 people have voted so far. Actually, no, let me refresh this real quick. 12.
Oh, 12 votes.
So we've had 12 people vote so far. And each person, when you're voting for your top 3 choices.
Yep. Okay. Make sure, it should be times by 12 times 3, 36. Yeah. So everyone picked 3. But
yes, everybody picks 3.
Go vote. Maxi, go vote.
So
Maxi.
Go vote. And don't forget also on this Friday, we are going to be selecting our December image of the month.
Yep.
So to recap, we have the Flaming Star Tadpole and Spider and Fly by Greg Meyer. The Elephant Trunk by Harold Soto. The Heart Nebula by Tom Peter. We have the Andromeda Galaxy, also by Harold. And we also have Kevin, who won Image of the Week at the end of December with his Orion Nebula. And so far, we have 126 votes here.
Wow. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
don't forget.
I think that also that everybody was kind of concerned on the picture of the week. So we might be a little bit behind. So get in now. You got 2 days to go.
Yes. You've got 2 days. Polls opened up today. Actually, this evening, I was finally able to open up the poll and get all the images out there. So you've got, today, tomorrow, and Friday evening until 9:30 Eastern to get your 3 votes in, your 3 choices to see who's going to move on for Image of the Month for January.
Nice. And I just made it.
Yeah.
127 votes now because I didn't vote yet. So I just voted.
There you go. So one thing that I personally want to share with everybody while I have this opportunity is something that I've been really trying to get launched off the ground for myself personally is this guy.
There we go.
And I'm really excited for it. It's not totally live yet. I'm still working on my first blog post. It's just taking a little while with everything that's been happening, but it's going to be awesome. I'm literally looking forward to launching the astrowitheric.com website with all of my own personal stuff, my own blog, and how I got started and everything, and even just keeping up with all the stuff that's going on, nowadays. So it's going to be fun once I really get it launched. So hopefully that'll come
of Martin Luther King.
Nice what?
Yeah.
Nice quote.
Oh yeah, my quote.
Only in the darkness.
Yeah, only in the darkness can you see the stars. Yep, absolutely. It's one of my favorite quotes from him, from his mountaintop speech that he gave not too far soon before he unfortunately was assassinated. So but it's been one of those that really connects with me, especially being in astronomy, and he's one of my personal heroes. So
there you go.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm working on the blog and all of that stuff, so pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and I don't know. I shared this with a few of you guys here that I went and updated a lot of my images. So let me see here. So now you guys remember how at first it was, I don't know. What was it? If I can find it here. It was that really red one.
Yeah.
Down. But yeah, so I updated, went back and did a lot more work, into it. And, so. Nice. And thank you again, Dan, for your help too, because you helped me a lot with this one too.
Oh, so. Dude, no, you didn't even have to say that. No problem.
No, yeah, so you helped me out with this. I'm trying to figure that out. So now I got the core, and it doesn't look too bad.
Yep, there you go.
So I can actually start seeing. You can actually see, the trapezium and everything. So
nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, but anyway. So all right.
And there you Martinez Nebula also.
There you go. Nice. So
yeah, don't forget to vote, everybody. Get out there, put in your votes for Image of the Week, your top 3, and don't forget, if you haven't voted yet for Image of the Month, you've got until Friday evening, so go for it.
There we go. Rock and roll. Awesome. Well, hey, it's been a great show, man. It's been a great time, and I want to say thank you again to Max for staying up till 1 a.m. to hang out with us over in over
There's no
in
problem. Yesterday
Argentina.
I went to bed 2 a.m. So that's not.
Oh
We
yeah,
are.
I know you. I was
I'm.
texting you late. I was like, what are you still doing up?
Yeah. Yeah. I was
Well, we appreciate you
watching
hanging out with us,
movies.
man.
I'm also glad to be here, Eric. Of course, I thank you to be part here again with you, Dan, and the audience. And well, we have to keep watching up and
Yep.
capturing the photos that come from Eric. So, well,
Yeah.
thank you
Just keep looking
again,
up.
and have a good night.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
All right, everybody. Well, it's been a great time hanging out with Maxi, and it's just about 11 o'clock as the bell is tolling, I think. So
Yeah.
I know Eric's Eric's still getting back to form, and I'm just old and tired, and Maxi's just tired, and but again, Max, thank you so much, and you are always welcome to come back on and hang out with us. And let's make it a little quicker than a year and a half this time. We all got stuff going on.
Anytime that you want, maybe we can do sometimes like we do with the GSP. I can grab my equipment outside if the weather says it's okay, and I can show you in a live view sometimes some objects from the southern hemisphere or
Yeah,
something like that.
that'd be great.
Or
Yeah.
mhm,
That'd be awesome.
a live view. For those you can't see, and they can uh, maybe the Carina Nebula, maybe the Omega Centauri star cluster, or the box star cluster, or
Sure.
some kind of that objects that we have.
That'd be great. That'd be great. So we do shows every Wednesday and Friday. So I mean, any one of those days, that we don't have a normal guest. I mean, the next couple of Wednesdays are shop, but Fridays are pretty. Fridays I always leave open for stuff. And what we do on Fridays and what we've been doing is we've been doing constellation night. And what we do is one of us picks a northern hemisphere constellation to work with, and another one works with the southern hemisphere constellation. So we don't want to discriminate on our southern brothers and sisters. So it's a good thing for us to know what else is in areas of the sky that we don't really visit very often, unless if you're somebody like yourself or Simon Lewis or somebody in the southern hemisphere comes on and says, hey, look at this. This is pretty cool. And then it gets all us people in the north really mad.
Anytime that if you want to tell me, just say it and let's organize that. I don't have any problem.
All right. Awesome.
Great. Appreciate it.
And final thoughts, Eric?
No, again, it's good to be back. Thanks, everybody. Thanks again to, everybody who's, just sent out well wishes and all that stuff. And, to our, to Sean and who also covered for me while I was out. Dave, thank you, so much, for being a wingman here to Dan while I was out. And don't forget, if you like this show and you love what you were doing here, you appreciate what we're doing here on AstroWorld TV, before you hang out, before you hop out, do not forget to give us a thumbs up on the video. Just go down there. All we ask is just a simple thumbs up, nothing more, nothing less, just to help keep, the algorithm and YouTube knowing that, hey, we're out here. And when people want to look for information, on astrophotography, we're still here, that we want to do this, we still love doing this, and we want to let everybody in the world who's interested in astronomy and astrophotography know that, hey, we're here and we're doing this, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon. So
This is
Knock on wood.
this is season 5, episode 5. So
Exactly.
unbelievable.
So appreciate everybody's well wishes. I'm glad I'm back and getting back to full form. But yeah, you're right, Dan. Even though I'm getting back there, I still need to get some rest.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, and you need more rest than I do after what you went through this week. So
yeah,
so
it's gonna be, but it's good. It's good. So appreciate it. Just give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys on Friday. So hopefully everybody's gonna start having some clear skies. I'm looking forward to at least having one clear sky. One clear
I got
night.
clear skies right now, but I'm just really too lazy to do anything. I got too much work to do. But
I understand.
But Maxi, any final thoughts? Anything you want to say?
Like I say, like I always say, don't be afraid to continue it. If you watching this for the first time, or you starting with this new lifestyle, uh, don't be afraid. Just keep it going. You have excellent persons like Dan and Eric, and everybody in this lifestyle will help you to continue. Of course, if you want to do it, or if you want to learn it about it, that's all. I I'm a humble guy from the southern hemisphere that capture light from the space. That's all.
There you go. Hey,
There you
and that's
go.
all we
Appreciate
all
it.
are. We are all just people that do the same thing, and we just grab those photons and fill up the wells and come up with pretty pictures, and that's what we do. And
Having a blast doing it.
yeah, and that's what we all love. And just in case anybody saw my video, I fixed my Player One camera. I fixed it.
Nice.
They sent me a new
There you go.
motherboard, and my USB port is no longer broken, so now I can put it all back together again. So
Congratulations.
Excellent, man.
yeah, next time I'll watch out for a cable snag. That's what it was. But what are you gonna do? Anyway, everybody, great. Have a great night. Don't like Eric said, go out and vote. Vote. Don't forget to scroll all the way down to vote for Picture of the Month as well, because it's super important to get these votes out. IoT W has been down for a little bit, but again, don't forget to vote for all 3 for the last 3 weeks. So you get 1 for the last 3 weeks. So you get 3 votes. Tell everybody, get votes. It's really, really cool. We get over 100 votes. It really makes us think that we're actually, getting people to watch us. So,
yeah. People actually start to shows people actually like me. They really like me. You really like me.
Oh no. What was that? One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Is that
yeah. Either that, I just go off of the mask. You like me. You really like me.
No, that was not that. That was Louise Fletcher, if I'm correct, and I'm calling this out. Louise Fletcher from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, because she was such a bee in that movie. She was like so happy when she got the Academy Award, because she's like, I'm never gonna win it. They don't vote for jerks, and she was like, she won it. So
you like me.
And for those of you that don't know, that's also the same person that played Kai Wynn over in Deep Space Nine, if I remember right. So that's
okay. All right, that's it.
Enough Star Trek for you.
We're done. That's it. We're done. Have a great night, everybody.
Once I start quoting Star Trek, it's over. So I mean, that's what it is. Anyway,
you remember viewership's off the drop.
All right, I'll just do it for Eric. There you go. So there we go. But anyway, again, Maxi, thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. And, you'll definitely be back. Maybe during the summer or the fall, we'll have you back, and we'll get you on another
Anytime.
Wednesday. All right.
Anytime, there's no problem. Of course, if I can do it my time, but I have a free time in the night. You know, I don't have any problem. I can put my equipment outside if the weather says, if I let me the weather to do it, I will do. So
Awesome.
that's no problem. And you just have to say it. Say the words. Max,
You
do you
got it.
want to do it? Exactly.
Not a problem. I'll talk to you on WhatsApp. Don't worry.
Not
All right, everybody.
anytime.
Well, have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. We are now done with Hump Day, and we're going to go back to Thursday, Friday, and Friday night. Again, don't forget to vote, and we'll figure out what we're doing
And don't
for.
forget the next week with Adrian Bradley.
Oh, don't forget. Yeah,
The great
absolutely. Don't
Adrian.
forget Adrian Bradley next week. That guy's a lot of fun to talk to as well. And he takes some great pictures just like Max does. So thanks again, Max. I appreciate you coming on, man. And everybody, have a great night. And remember, as always, to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we'll see you in 2 days. Have a good night, everybody.
See you Friday.
Hasta luego, gente.